Hi, this is author philosopher Ronald E. Springer of EthicsUnderground.com, returning with the continuation of the reading of Moral Armor, Chapter 7, Part 17, Essential Services. Please hit like and subscribe before we dive in. The truth about society is that it is one big nothing. There is no such entity. It is an abstract concept, defining that state of interaction we face while moving from our homes to our work and back. All civics are properly designed to secure this capacity for all men. We have electricity and plumbing for human convenience, and government is for the same purpose. We don't live for its sake. We don't live for its sake. Our stability comes from our social mediums being held constant, sound roads, sound laws, and a stable money supply, securing unrestricted commerce between those in a policeable province. Our police force protects us from harm and protects the property we've made or acquired. Our armed forces do the same by protecting us from outside threats, be they invasions, planned disasters, or natural disasters. Our city planning and road commissions ensure an efficient flow between work and home. Our pleasure travel became possible only by establishing what we needed to live. Trade routes. Civilization's priority is ensuring the flow itself, so roads come before houses, not meaning their existence, but their location. Our executive branch of government determines the use of our armed forces and all foreign relations, hostile or peaceful. Our legislative branch determines our policies towards other nations, as well as outlining proper legal relations between citizens. Our societal organization provides for every likely mishap, so that we needn't feel guilty in not stopping beside every broken down car. With a clearly defined hierarchy of life, its interruption being the foremost issue to avoid, outside of a life or death situation, the stranded motorist gets a call to those paid for this purpose, rescue vehicles, tow trucks, or whatever is appropriate. What is most important to the citizens is order, that no form of anarchy be allowed to reign. To have a sound police department guarding the observance of rational laws, and by their very presence, quelling criminal action. It is not their position to dispense justice, it is only theirs to stop the use of force, not to relieve their anxiety, but to use the minimum force necessary to restore the civil flow of society. For one, what a relief it was to the country to see the 55 miles per hour speed limit abolished. People can move again. High-speed limits keep cities small. They allow civilization to spread out by bringing greater distances so much closer, which relieves congestion and improves business everywhere. The 55 miles per hour speed limit was brought into existence based on a plan to conserve energy, which physics can prove was a mathematical fraud anyway. Limits, if any, are to be determined in the road design by its ultimate rational gauge at what speed the populace chooses to travel it, so our officers can stop interrupting the flow and get back to real police work. I remember hearing that motorists typically commit a civil infraction once every 3 blocks. If policemen were to follow every motorist, they would have lost their licenses by the time they got to work. With no one harmed or injured in any such instance, it's obvious that this doesn't damn the pubic, but shows the absurdity of such laws. Driving a car is no longer a privilege, as the law tells you. Unless you want nothing more than the bare minimum out of life, which is approximately how much thought is used by the supporters of such claims, it is a necessity. Unless you can support a family by walking to the corner store and working as a cashier, then long-distance mobility is essential. It is our right and obligation to ensure that laws governing the roads are rational. To limit one's mobility is to limit his effectiveness at self-sustenance, which only breeds dependency. These are my rules for driving. 1. Don't get killed. Know your machine in adverse conditions and situations of aggressive recovery. 2. Be predictable. No swapping around mindlessly. Those who do so are typically in a hurry to get nowhere. 3. No contact, no foul. Hey, driving can be hell. No laws can harness the public to ensure safety to the most lethargic. From the highest self-made to the lowest spirit murderer, everyone is out there. Nothing is so socially competitive as traffic. Quick adjustments, smooth efficiency, honor, swift logical calm, furtive moral failure, hedonism, senseless aggression. You see it all. Traffic is a deliberate reflection of subconscious morality. People drive like they live. Traffic and local ordinances aren't the only set of laws to be re-examined. Every regulation requires money subtracted from our pockets for its enforcement, so we should be as frugal as rationality permits. The concept of fairness recognizes and respects the choices and the results of those choices. For every individual, justice is done by maintaining proper credit or blame to those responsible for specific improvements or losses, and holding harmless those not, in any realm. There are no victimless crimes that we should be wasting our money trying to collect fines against. For instance, the law needs to stay out of bedrooms and outside of any such consensual exchange, homo or heterosexual, right or wrong. Legislators cannot peek in to inspect for moral consonance. Of course, children have to be protected from physical and sexual abuse as they gain that right at birth. We don't have to sanction the epistems leading to such abuses, which we can see as clearly immoral, but it isn't our soul at risk either. Irrationality is its own damnation. Trying to legislate in areas that would require a KGB presence on every block and in every home just clogs up the works. We have to trust the citizens until given a specific reason not to, and invest our attention and public money elsewhere. That's all for now. Next up is foreign policy. I split these videos up by subject so you'd have a better chance of finding moral armor and then perhaps go through the whole thing for free. Why? To help create a leader in every life. Sound civilization stair-steps up from sound coherence to sound individual to productive groups of mature individuals. Self-hatred drives fear-driven people in our world to wipe out the individual, so we all need moral armor to protect ourselves and the future of mankind. Click subscribe and leave a thumbs up if you'd like to help wipe out moral confusion fast and make the world a better place.